Well, how are you fuckers doing tonight? So, about a month ago, I added my name to a very long list, namely, the list of millennials with completely useless college degrees. My particular useless college degree is in German studies, and I'm going to tell you about a class I had to take in order to get that degree. Now, I was living in Hamburg, Germany at the time. This class met on Wednesdays at 8 a.m., which meant I had to wake up at 6 a.m. to get there. This class was on the history of Hamburg, Germany's city hall buildings, plural. Okay, so I took this class. Now I'm a fucking expert on Hamburg, Germany city hall buildings. I don't know how to pay my fucking taxes, people. Actually, I'm a dick for saying that because that class did not make me an expert on anything. Like, I would go in there and I would just sort of sit there staring at the clock thinking, as soon as this is over, I'm going to go back to my apartment, rub one out, and fall asleep. And you know your life has taken a turn for the pathetic when you're actually fantasizing about masturbating. Honestly, my issue's just mornings. Mornings kind of blow. I feel like all of us hate waking up early, but like something about millennials, we're just worse at it. Like, I've had this happen, right? It's been early in the morning, and like I've felt something fall out of my wallet and been like, if it was that important, I would have put it in my pocket better. So my mom calls me up, and she says, Alex, I need to know, I'm looking at your bank statement right now, and $500 worth of gay man porn. What's that about? Then I had to explain to her that I didn't realize I lost my bank card because I was tired. And she was so disappointed in me. She was just so disappointed that I wasn't, watching porn with men. She just didn't want her daughter to be the biggest dyke on the planet. I don't know, maybe number 2, number 3 will be okay, but... But yeah, if it was early enough, I'll bet I wouldn't even notice if something fell out of my body. By the way, if anyone happens to see any babies that look like me, my number is 50594, forget it. I'm not going to tell you my number because this dude, what's your name again, Hyro? Hyro's going to be calling me incessantly all night telling me what a piece of shit I am. You, birthday girl, you can have my number and do whatever you want with it. I don't think very much. Like, I have a quality brain and I know that. I'm just too lazy to use it. It's like I'm the dude who has the Ferrari but chooses to drive around in some piece of shit beater just so that his Ferrari will stay in good shape. Except I'm just too lazy to learn how to drive standard. That's my issue. Anyway, so here's what happens when I do think, right? So my childhood best friend, Bucky Roy. Great guy. I got stoned for the first time in his treehouse. Saw my first Playboy in his treehouse. Well, Bucky Roy came down with the leukemia, right? And like, I wanted to do something nice for him. And I knew that his very favorite band, like mine, was The Cure. Our favorite album was Pornography. So I tracked down on vinyl, on fucking vinyl, that's right, I know my shit, a copy of Pornography signed by Robert Smith. And I'm all excited, right? But as I'm in the elevator about to like run in to give it to him, I'm thinking, okay, Alex, you gotta think about this. I can't just burst in there and be like, hey, Bucky Roy, I got you Pornography. So I busted in, hey, Bucky Roy, I got you The Cure. And that was the last time I ever saw him. Because his mom won't let me. So, things frustrate me. You know those people who pronounce their I's like E's? They, like, instead of saying milk, they say milk. You guys have all heard this shit, right? Okay, well, I had a history teacher who did that, which is how I found out there were such things as quote-unquote menstrual shows. Now, here's what I was picturing, right? A bunch of nude women, like 30 of them, all different types. I mean, all of them premenopausal, but other than that, different types, races, ages, like shapes, sizes, whatever. All of them just bleeding on their hands, on each other's hands, just all over each other. Like, you can't tell whose blood is whose anymore. And then, right, and it's happening in front of a live audience, so the entire first row is just getting completely coated, like my version of a Gallagher show. But then, right, they get this big old piece of butcher paper, and they, like, make prints of their bodies on the butcher paper. This butcher paper then gets hung up outside of a Catholic church. And the priests are all freaking the fuck out because this is an unfamiliar fluid, as it does not come out of young boys. And the nuns are pretending not to be turned on by the whole thing, but we all know they are. And 1 million moms starts a campaign because this whole thing exposes children to impropriety, which gets the feminists, as well as the MRAs, to finally agree on something. 1 million moms can shut the fuck up. Headlines start appearing in newspapers. Is menstrual art doomed to fail? But then I found out that what she was talking about was stupid white people prancing around pretending to be black. They may as well just call that what it is. Justin Bieber. Well, thank you, fuckers. I've been Alex the Kid Seymour.